man, what's going on, everybody? We are back. Super Bowl has happened, so congratulations to the Tampa Bay Bucks. I picked correctly. Travis was wrong on that one, but hey, it's a pretty good game. It's fun to watch, good defense. But as you'll see by the checkered flags up there, we are moving on from football straight into NASCAR this week. We may bring up football later with the draft and stuff and free agent signings on the regular. But Daytona 500 is this weekend, this Sunday, and the duels actually are in between duels right now because it started raining. So
Yeah.
we'll be talking about NASCAR more in the next couple of weeks, and all today is just NASCAR. So if you're a NASCAR fan, stick with us. You'll enjoy it. If you're not, you may learn something tonight.
Oh
So
yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm
uh,
excited.
today we're basically just going to preview the season. Daytona 500, first race of the season coming up. We've had the clash, we've had the
Yep.
duels. We're going to have the lineup set after the end of the duel tonight if they're able to get it in. And
Yeah. Which
basically, Travis is going to do most of the talking, so I'm getting it out of the way now. But we're going to look into the team changes. There's a lot of cars that numbers have changed, teams have changed, new drivers up there. So he's going to go in depth with all of that.
oh
So
yeah.
without further ado, we're going to get the engine started and let Travis Travis go take us to green here.
Well dang. Starting off, man. Like you said, duels of tonight, we're kinda in between duel one and duel two right now. So we're kinda playing this just right.
Yeah,
Rain kinda helped us here, I think, too. But yeah, we had like I was telling you before the pod, we had a jet dryer kind of drift like last year and didn't save it this year. So
yeah,
that's kind of crazy. But we're gonna go through the teams, gonna go through just the different changes, everything like that this year. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. To start off with, one of the big changes for this year and big off-season stories is the 2311 team owned by Michael Jordan and yep, there it is at the very bottom. Bubba Wallace is the driver, owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. Now they're saying this isn't going to be a fifth Joe Gibbs car, but let's be honest, it's most likely going to be a fifth Joe Gibbs car.
yeah. Yeah,
like,
we've seen this before with Gibbs or whatever, with even with the '78 when that came in, and then Truex ended up coming into the fold. So
yeah,
looking forward to a new team there.
yeah, definitely, man. Big owner Michael Jordan coming in. That's crazy. They've talked about possibly next year or the year after possibly switching to a two-car team, which could be interesting. But this year, just a one-car. Bubba Wallace. He brought a bunch of sponsors with him this year too. He brought let's see, DoorDash. He bought Columbia, I believe, with him. He brought a lot of stuff with him. So it'll be fun to see how they do. He was fastest in practice. He's in the second duel that's going to start here soon. So he had a lot of good speed. He was the fastest Toyota in qualifying the other night. Which, speaking of qualifying, the front row is Bowman and Byron for anybody who didn't see it. So that'll be pretty good. Yep.
Yep,
Bowman's right up there.
with a new car number this year. Oh, I'm just moving the whole thing across.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, I was going to do Trackhouse, but let's talk about Hendrick.
Okay.
Trackhouse will be after Hendrick. So Bowman staying with Hendrick, moving from the 88 to the 48. That's a big storyline there. Ally is going to be his full sponsor. He didn't have full sponsorship last year. Hendrick kind of had to pay out of pocket for Bowman last year. But then again, he's doing the same thing this year, but for a different driver. So Bowman to the 48 with Ally and Kyle Larson to the 5. Now, Larson's your favorite driver. I'm stoked that Larson's on with Hendrick. Hendrick is going to be tough this year, man.
Yeah, the guy. I mean, if you don't know the story, I mean, you can look up anything about him. He said one of the words you do not say, and
Yeah.
he took his punishment, and then he really made a change. I feel like you see a lot of guys, in this cancel culture we're living in. where they just apologize and then either they're canceled or they're forgiven. This dude
Yeah.
actually went out and into the communities where he felt they were hurt by the
Yeah.
word being said, and he earned a second chance. And daggone, if he didn't get an upgrade and a second chance by going from Ganassi to Hendrick, and he's with that '88 team, Alex Bowman's team before. So yeah, but he's the number 5 out there.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. I'm glad he's getting a second chance, and I hope he makes the most of it. And he was my favorite driver before all that, and I'm sticking with him even through the downturn, But
Yeah.
hoping he can bounce back and get that chance for a championship, maybe with Hendrick.
Yeah, it's kind of like I told you earlier before the year even started. My top 4 drivers kind of fluctuate between the 4 Hendrick guys, and then my 5th driver's Blaney, so it fluctuates.
Yeah, I really like Blaney. Just kind of tell you guys who my drivers are. I like Larson. I like Blaney. I really like Chase Briscoe coming up this year. He's one we'll talk about. Briscoe's one I really followed in the Xfinity series. It's gonna be a good one, I think, in the next level.
Yeah.
Cole Custer I root for, but he's not really. He was rookie of the year, but he's already struggled. He's wrecked in the first duel tonight, so
Yeah,
not
man.
off to a good start this year for him. But usually I like Ford guys. I don't like Penske because of Logano and Keselowski as much, but
Yeah.
Ford has usually been my team as far as manufacturer before. So
Yeah. But yeah, my top drivers, I'm a Chase Elliott fan. Second, third, and fourth kind of fluctuate. Right now it's Bowman, Larson, Byron, and then Blaney.
yeah,
But
so basically Hendrick and Blaney.
yeah, I like Hendrick and Blaney. I like Hendrick. I'm gonna throw this in with Hendrick as well. Junior Motorsports, because they're kind of associated with Hendrick. I'm gonna throw out their driver lineup for this year in Xfinity. It's gonna be Allgaier in the 7, Annette in the 1, in the what is it, the 8. I think they got a bunch of different drivers this year.
Oh yeah.
And then they got Gregson in the 9, which he is attempting to make the 500 this year. So
Is
we'll
he in
find out.
the second duel tonight?
Yeah, because he didn't get a chance to qualify, so he has to run to make it in.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, on to the second new team of Trackhouse for Daniel Suarez, owned by Pitbull and Justin Marks, I believe.
Yep, Justin
Yeah.
Marks. Yeah.
Yeah, they're driving a Chevy this year, I believe. Yeah, Chevy. So
Yeah, he showed some speed tonight.
Yeah, he
raced.
did.
He had a good run right at the end of the duel. It got kind of slowed up because they were 3 wide in front of him, but he
yeah,
definitely looks like a good car there, and the paint schemes are great. We're gonna do a
yeah,
paint scheme episode of this, and that's one that's gonna have some cool ones this year, I think, as far as different styles and stuff. So
oh, definitely. I think they're sponsored by K1 Speed and
Yeah.
like iFly. Pretty dang cool.
yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I hope Daniel Suarez is kind of. I feel like he was rushed up, to
Yeah.
Gibbs, and expectations were so high that he couldn't possibly meet them. Then he goes to Stewart Haas, where they had a crop of drivers coming up that just you just couldn't keep them down. So hopefully here he's got nobody behind him really. He's this is his job. Hopefully he can stick with it and make this a brand new team here coming
Yeah.
in NASCAR. So that's what 2 or 3 new teams coming to NASCAR this year. So hopefully they show out and maybe bring more people into the sport.
Yeah. They just showed the replay of the jet dryer backing itself down the track there.
Oh yeah,
That's
tell them
pretty-
what happened on that. I don't know if we talked about it on here.
Well, jet dryers are out whenever the track gets rained on, and he was going around the normal speed. And again, apparently it was so steep that the back end swung out, and he literally reversed it down to banking, and it's so steep that the back of the jet dryer broke off, and the tow hitch dug itself into the apron of the track.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now. I'm on a delay, I guess, but
Yeah,
it
they
was
had to get
oh no, oh no, oh no.
yep, and just dead.
Jeez.
But anyways, let's go on to Stuart Haas Racing.
All right.
So yeah, I forgot to list that on the list order I was going to go in, but it's fine. Harvick is staying, Amarola is staying, Clint Boyer retired. That's where Chase Briscoe comes in, and Cole Custer. I had to think of who the other one was. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, Stuart Haas, Kevin Harvick's still at basically the same everything.
yeah,
He signed through 2023, so no real, expectations of changes there.
yeah.
I'll get it on the
Also,
14
for the
now.
Xfinity, they have one Xfinity driver this year, and it's going to be crap. What was his name? Riley Herbst.
Yep, Riley Herbst in the
Yeah,
98.
Herbst is going to be in the 98 this year. So pretty freaking awesome. Boyer says he wants to return to Stuart Haas. That didn't happen.
Oh yeah, it says it up there, don't it?
But yeah, that's Stuart Haas. I mean, that one driver change, Chase Briscoe, he's going to be pretty dang good in that 14.
Oh, yeah.
Be pretty fun to watch, I think. And then we got
Nice.
Joe Gibbs. So the only difference there, Truex signed an extension, Hamlin signed an extension, uh, Kyle Busch is still there, and also Christopher Bell moved over from the, what was it, the 95 last year?
Yep, he was the team already, man. But well, we'll get to him. Christopher Bell, the Levine
Yeah.
family racing.
Levine, yeah, they
Joe
closed
Gibbs
down.
basically bought them out, bought their charter. I think is how it worked.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not sure.
but yeah, he's in the 20. He's got the 18. Kyle Busch's crew chief, and I think a lot of his crew
Yeah,
coming
yeah, pretty
over.
much.
And he's brought
Because
in Ream and Pristine Auction as sponsors for that
that's
team.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know Pristine Auction went with them. But the big one for Christopher Bell is that sponsor at the very top, Stanley DeWalt and Irwin.
yeah, they'll be the one you'll see most weeks, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, pretty crazy. Gibbs should be, Gibbs. They do it every year. They're good every year. So,
Yeah,
I mean, what else can you really say,
yeah. You can usually expect Gibbs and Stuart Haas has been really good these past few years. Penske, Hendrick, certain tracks Hendrick's really up there, and some tracks, I feel like they're getting better.
Yeah.
The past couple, like last year and this year, they were pretty consistent throughout the year.
Yeah.
And even though last year was kind of a weird year with the coronavirus, the not counting the iRacing stuff, um, but yeah, it's gonna be good to see because last year remember Kyle Busch really struggled with not having practice and everything, and
Yeah.
now he's gonna have a new crew chief, so we'll see
But
if
he's,
that's
yeah.
an issue
But
for
he,
him there, but.
yeah, but he's still only going to have practice for like 5 to 6 races. It ain't much, man. He doesn't have.
Yeah, so are they only doing
They're
doing
practicing.
practices where fans are allowed or something like
No, they're
states?
practicing at Daytona, the Indy Road Course. They're practicing at all the tracks they haven't been to, Daytona, and then I forget where else, but there was a
Is
couple
Miami
more. So
doing it?
what?
Because I mean, I was figuring all the Florida tracks would do it, but
No, they're not doing practice there.
oh, okay, gotcha.
But no, the new tracks in Daytona, and then a couple other ones. So it's not a lot.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's Joe Gibbs. They run good every year, just like Hendrick, just like Penske. Speaking of Penske, let's get right to him.
right here with Ryan Blaney there.
Yeah, in
All
the
the same
12 got Ryan.
sponsors.
Yeah, 12 Ryan Blaney, 2 is Brad Keselowski, and also the 22 is Logano. So same lineup as last year. There was rumors that Brad Keselowski was going to go to somewhere else, but he did not.
Yeah, he just
So
ended up getting a little sponsored change. He's no longer Miller Lite on that 2 car.
yeah, what is it
It's
now?
now Keystone. Which I don't know if you guys remember the old commercials. It was like Keith Stone or whatever is what they would say. The guy's name was Keith Stone, but they got Keystone Light for one race.
And that's going to
Um,
be the 600,
yeah, and
I
then the
believe.
rest is the normal ones like Discount Tire, Auto Trader, Worth, Moneyline.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah, I see 15 races is going to be discount tire, so
Yeah.
it'll be
So
the usual there.
yeah. Normal stuff with Penske. Their Xfinity team is going to be with Cindric this year. So, and then he's running a couple races with Penske in the Cup Series
Yeah,
to get him ready for the move up next
he
year.
made the Daytona 500 tonight, right? I think he was
Yeah,
one of the two.
which people are throwing a fit about that because I don't understand it either, man. I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, why
I
don't
don't.
they just like whoever does better in the duels
That's what they
get this
should
straight
do, but
up? I
then they
don't.
don't.
I don't
Like
know.
I
It
don't know,
doesn't make
man.
sense. Like, why even run the duels if it's just going to be based on qualifying?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
But going along with Penske, talk about Wood Brothers.
oh yeah,
We
I forgot
got
about
we
the
got Matt
21.
DiBenedetto in the Wood Brother 21 car. He's in here for this year, but then next year he will not be in the car. So Austin Cindric is moving up next year for it. So this is a contract year for DiBenedetto. So it'll be fun to see what happens. You
Yeah,
know?
it says his contract, which this was before, I guess, the Austin Cindric news, says his contract runs through 2023, but the team holds the option to renew it each year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, could they possibly go to a second car, or would he have to go to another partner team, or be a free agent?
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting there because he's like a fan favorite now.
Yeah, man.
Any team would probably take him in. I mean, I feel like Ford should try and keep him.
Yeah.
Because they got a good one there, but he'll race whatever. I'm sure.
Yeah. I forgot to mention with Gibbs, they got a pretty good Xfinity driver in Daniel Hemrick.
Well,
In X, I forgot about that.
and they have Harrison Burton still, right?
Yeah, dude.
So that's a young up and comer that may take the 18 or the 11 in a couple years.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. He may end up in a partner program like the rest of them have been, but be good to see him up there eventually.
Yeah. I also forgot Dale Jr. is running one race for the 8.
Oh, Xfinity.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. What race?
he's doing he's doing they haven't announced it yet. He
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
know. He's mentioned some that he wants to run like Martinsville or something like that, but
He should do
it
like
doesn't.
a Circuit of the Americas or some track that he never got to go to or something.
I was about to say he sucks at road courses. Why would you do that to him?
Oh well. What about Nashville when they go there or whatever? Well, I don't think
Oh
that'll
yeah.
be or Bristol Dirt. Put him out
Oh
there for
dude,
that.
don't tempt him. He might.
Right. Oh
But
man.
anyways, we got RCR, which is Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick this year. So not really a big change.
The 8 and the 3. There's some new sponsors for the 8.
Yeah,
Um, Cheddar's, Bet MGM, and Lenovo.
and I am second. What is
Yeah,
that?
they've been there. Actually, it's like a charity thing. I think we looked it up the other night
Really?
because my mom was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "That's a terrible sponsor for a race team." But I mean, because you want to be first, of course. But yeah, apparently it's a good. You should look it up. It's a good charity kind of thing.
What is I am second? A terrible sponsor. That's what that
Right.
is.
But Lenovo will be the sponsor for the Daytona 500, according to right here.
Yeah.
BetMGM they just picked up beginning of February, and Cheddar's they
Yeah.
just picked up in the end of January. So they were like calling everybody, and everybody got back to them at the same time, I guess. There,
Apparently, man. But yeah, that's their two.
and then the
Uh,
three they got a couple new ones. I'm not gonna
yeah,
try and say that one. And BetMGM is also with Austin Dillon there,
yeah. So
but he'll be
I'm not
I'm
sure.
sure in Bass Pro Shops most weeks.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing for Xfinity. I haven't heard much of anything there, so
Yeah, I was thinking they kind of closed up their Xfinity
yeah,
stuff.
they might have. I haven't heard. So on to the next one.
Yeah, Roush.
Yeah, you got Roush, you got Newman, and then you got Chris Buescher, which I've
6
never
and
really liked
17.
Buescher. So
Rude.
sorry.
He is kind of one that's like, I don't know, these kind of races like Daytona and Talladega, Fords are usually pretty good because they work together. So this is like one of those races where Busher could be a favorite, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and that's a good one. Hopefully Ryan Newman has a better Daytona this year than
Yeah, I
last
hope so,
year.
man.
Goodness. Um,
Like,
Somebody was
people
watching
already
on him
forget
for
about
sure.
that, you know? You're
But
still there?
yeah, still
Yeah.
here. It
Yeah, I
says,
mean, he had it rough last year, and this year, hopefully, it goes a little bit better for him, you know?
yeah, yeah.
But, anyways, oh, well, dang it. My list closed out. Hang on.
We got
Okay, next
Ganassi.
we got Ganassi. So you got the one in Kurt Busch and the 42 in Ross Chastain. Chastain moved up from Xfinity to the Cup Series now.
Yeah,
So Busch is,
same old. Multi-year deal, believed to be through this year, so this could be a contract year for him. The 42
yeah.
is all the way on the other end of the spectrum here.
There
There we go.
he
Ross
is, Ross
Chastain
Chastain.
bringing in Yorktail and Caregility as a sponsor, and Fiserv and Clover will also sponsor multiple races.
Yeah. A lot of the same sponsors stayed with
Ganassi,
Ganassi
yeah.
in general,
Yeah, they
you
all
know.
kind of dumped Larson, but they stuck with the team, and I can't really blame them at the moment. You know, they already had a
Yeah.
loyalty to Chip Ganassi, so can't blame them there. But Ross Chastain also bringing in another one. I'm surprised he didn't get some kind of watermelon sponsor or something.
Uh,
So that's his
don't
thing.
tempt them.
Yeah. Which Advent Health, I feel like that came along with him. They don't list it
Yeah.
like that here, but they did. They really came in. They sponsored also the 77 in the Daytona 500. So
Yeah.
with Jamie McMurray, I think it's just gonna be a one race deal for him. But
Yeah, it is. And then next, if you scroll down just one team,
oh yeah, Richard Petty.
Richard Petty got Eric Jones, which is not a bad driver for them. I think he brought on RP funding, he brought on Armor All,
Yeah,
and
RP
so I think
funding. I'm wondering is that Richard Petty? RP.
probably.
But Armor All is a good one. They're going to be sponsoring him in the Daytona 500, but it looks like maybe just for the Daytona 500, and RP funding, the way this reads here, is just for the Clash. So,
Oh well, dang.
not
So
not
did
much added there, but
yeah,
Armor All though they did the whole car in Armor All, so I would think you would bring them back. You know,
yeah. You would have to say that.
but it was a good looking car. We were watching. I was watching with my dad, and he was like, "Man, it looks weird seeing the 43, and it's not in Petty Blue." But
Right.
they did have like a purple one last year, I think, with Bubba. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's but it's good to see Eric Jones get a ride. It's good to see Richard Petty maybe get a better driver. Eric Jones did pretty good. I mean, he was almost a playoff driver every year when he was with Gibbs. Of course, he won
Yeah.
the Xfinity Championship once or twice, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he's a talented driver. He's kind of been demoted to Richard Petty, but hopefully he
Yeah.
can make the most of it and get the 43 in victory lane, maybe.
Man, I hope so, man. It'd be cool to see them win a race, you know.
Yeah.
But then we got JTD Doherty Racing here in
Jeez.
Harrisburg, North Carolina. So
37.
this is weird. It 37 JTD does not have a charter.
Yeah, so they
That's
have to
so
race
weird.
in each week.
Yeah, that's so weird to me, man. Like I don't
Jeez.
because they had one last year. I forget what happened to it. Like I have no idea, man.
Oh,
It's
look,
so
it says
weird to
right
me.
here, Priest will not return in 2021. Well, he's back.
He's yeah, but they have Ryan Priest and who's the other one? 47. Isn't it Stenhouse?
Stenhouse,
Yeah, Spinhouse.
And his contract, all they have about him is his contract's believed to run through 2021. Both of these guys need to finish well this year, man. They've been kind of there on some certain tracks, and then it just something happens. It seemed like last year, engine failure, or I think Hendrick's just supplying them with bad engines or something.
Dude,
They
I
were
think
testing stuff on
what
them.
was it? Was it Priest that finished last like 4 or 5 races straight or
Yeah,
something last year?
probably because they had issues, man. It was I mean, Stenhouse, we kind of, people joke that he's Wrecky Spinhouse, but because he'll wreck people and all that stuff. But he's really good at the restrictor plate tracks, which just so happens to be where people wreck a lot.
Yeah.
But Priest is one, man, that he seems like a really talented driver. It's just things just don't work out for whatever reason. His fault, team's fault. Something's
Yeah.
gonna happen, But I'm rooting for that guy. Hope he can get a little better, get a little more consistency this year, especially in the past year or two.
Yeah, hopefully, man. I hope. But if he doesn't, I think he'll be out of that car next year. I
Yeah,
hate to say
there's
it
no
like that,
way. I
but
mean, yeah, and I don't know that there's an opening anywhere else in the Cup Series. I mean, it's
yeah,
competitive in there right now.
yeah, definitely. Let's see. What other teams do we have? I guess we got the seven, which is a lower funded team, but it's Corey LaJoy, so that's kind of
Front Row
cool.
Motorsports. We got a rookie,
Front row. That's right, Anthony
Dude
Alfredo.
Wipes.
Dude wipes.
we
Yeah.
got, we got Dude Wipes in NASCAR now, man.
Who else? Nemechek left this to race with Kyle Busch Motorsports. Then we got Michael McDowell in the 34, so 38 and 34.
Yeah, we got a rookie in the 38, but the 34 is same old with Michael McDowell.
Yep.
Looks like, the same sponsors there, same crew chief, everything.
What are they showing?
Oh, yeah, Byron's got a new crew chief, so that's something new.
Yeah, Rudy freaking Fugel, man. Whew, dude, like when he had Rudy Fugel in the truck series, he was dominant. He was good. Like I think he won 8 races when he had Fugel.
Jeez.
That's insane. Like he could have a monster year.
Yeah, of course he's coming in after Chad Knaus, who's now the vice president of competition. The end of the 2020 season, and then this is the new crew chief that was named at a later date. And he's got a contract through 2022. I don't think they expect William Byron to go anywhere else.
No.
They've kind of fully bought into him, and it should be a good year for him though. And there's all the new for Bubba Wallace.
DoorDash, McDonald's, Columbia, Dr. Pepper, and Root Insurance. So
yeah, there's some new companies in there. Root Insurance, Columbia, those are sponsors, and DoorDash, of course, are sponsors that we haven't seen in NASCAR before. So the 2311's bringing new sponsors into the sport, and that's what they need. You have some sponsors leave, so we got to bring some new ones in. And I think 2311's good for the sport right now.
Oh, definitely.
Of course, he has Denny Hamlin's old crew chief, Mike Wheeler, too.
Yep.
There's Penske, same old. We talked about those. Let's see.
It looks like
Rick Ware Racing is going to be a lot of names.
Yeah.
It'll be surprised who's going to be racing whichever week.
I think we're just going to go through all the teams now.
Yeah, we'll just kind of see who we didn't get.
Joe Gibbs, Stuart Haas, Chase
There's
Elliott.
a new sponsor, Adrenaline Shock, for Chase Elliott.
It's a different one because Mountain Dew left.
Yep, that's right.
But Luminar, Hooters, Napa, Kelly Blue Book, all the same guys, you know.
He actually kind of changed the paint scheme this year. Actually, all the Hendrick cars changed their paint schemes this year, and I think they did better this year. So be on the lookout for that in the paint scheme episode. Childress, Corey LaJoy in the 7. That's a new ride. They also have the 77 for just the Daytona race, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I forget what they did.
But he's bringing in Schluter Systems, who we've seen before on other cars. U Theory, I think, is a new one. I haven't seen that one.
I haven't either.
Crew chief is Ryan Sparks, but going for Spire Motorsports, which has been a team before, right? And they're just kind of coming back. I feel like.
Yeah, they've been in it. I just don't know if they've had a full time.
And they're the one that bought the charter and assets and everything from Levine. Family Racing there, or Levine, however you say it there. There's Roush.
Hang on, stop there. We got Nations Guard and Hendrick Cars for Larson.
Coming in.
Those are Hendrick provided sponsors, pretty much.
Yeah, he's struggled to get outside sources for sponsors, but he did pick up Cincinnati for 2 races and Freightliner for 2 races. That's kind of like a trial basically for this, just to see. Probably for those companies, maybe they want to just. Cincinnati's coming over from Bowman. I think
Yeah.
they're a Hendrick sponsor anyway. Freightliner has been around all forms of racing, really, for years. So they're just kind of throwing a little bit of help to Larson for a couple races. But
Yeah.
hopefully hopefully he'll win some races, be really competitive, bring in some more sponsors for that team because sponsors are important in NASCAR.
Yeah. They're showing the 2015 um, July Daytona race
Oh
at
yeah,
the
Austin,
end.
Bill, and Rick. Yeah.
Yeah. And I find it crazy. Junior won that race, but the first guys that were there were Junior's crew chief and his crew.
Yeah.
It's
Tell you, man,
crazy,
that
man.
second hit to that was crazy.
Yeah, jeez.
And he was
Anyways,
alright.
got
Yeah.
distracted. Still, Kevin
Yeah, he had the
Harvick, same
same.
guys, same
Yeah.
sponsors.
Now, three we
Also,
talked about. We talked about the two.
Ganassi,
Yeah, we talked
same
about
guys.
them. And the double zero, Quinn Half, he was a rookie last year, has
Yep.
just Mane and Tail as his sponsor.
Okay, you want
I guess yeah, for the whole season he's supposed to be there. So
you want to scroll down
yeah,
so we
let's
can
see. We saw
look at
to
those.
48. If you're getting motion sickness from this, I'm sorry.
41.
Yeah, we talked about those. Oh, Dixie
Dixie
Vodka is a new
Vodka.
sponsor.
That's a
Yeah.
new one.
And they'll join the team for 2 races as primary, the Daytona Road Course and Nashville.
Yeah. Did they not add any other sponsors? Did he not bring anybody except for Haas?
Yeah, for some reason he does not bring much sponsors. I don't know what's up with him. He does this thing on Instagram of it's like a custard review, Cole Custer's custard review. Like follow this dude on Instagram. He's got some stuff sometimes, but I'm like, why don't he get like a custard company to sponsor him? That would be perfect.
Right?
Like
Oh,
I think there's one that he's been to. I forgot that frozen custard's like their thing. I forgot what the name of the place is, but they should sponsor him.
yeah. An update. Good news. Drivers are being called to their cars at 10:30.
Heck yes.
So right as we're about to finish this up.
All right.
42 we talked about it.
Yeah. 43 we got.
43. Yeah.
47.
JTG is
48.
Kroger. Yeah. Dude, I love that ally paint scheme.
Yeah, it looks better with that white number. The
Yeah.
yellow number, man, never liked it with Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, I like
And
the white
I
on
think
it.
the colors are. It kind of looks like TikTok or whatever to me with that teal.
Yeah.
It's no pink, but the purple and teal kind of. All right, well, Rick Ware racing with Cody Ware, Biohaven Pharmaceuticals, Nurtec, and Mike Hillman Sr. is the crew chief, and Roush Yates Engines ? Oh man.
Where are we getting the engines? I don't know.
And then also the 52. Look, Rick Ware racing Chevy, Rick Ware racing Ford. The Ford is getting Earnhardt engines, and the Chevy is getting Roush Yates engines. I think there may be a typo there. But there are some sponsors for Josh Bilicki here. Wisconsin Lighting Lab, Insurance King, and Junction Fuels. Those are 2 good pickups there.
Yeah.
And they also have the 53, the Rick Ware Racing Ford. They don't have an engine supplier, and sponsor is Page Construction.
Dude, they have like 4 different teams, I think. It's like 51, 52, 53.
Yeah, they said 15, 51, 52, and 53.
There it is.
And the 27 was running 2020 rather than the 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
66,
Timmy Hill. Yeah.
Team will run Fords, but it says Ford or Toyota. They have no charter, so they gotta, try and race their way in each week. He was really good with the iRacing last year.
Yeah, dude. That's all they could talk about. It was like, Timmy!
Timmy.
I'm like, what? Quit it.
And then the Spire Motorsports Chevy race 1 is going to be Jamie McMurray, but I believe the rest of the year is supposed to be Justin Haley, rookie in the NASCAR. Is he going to race every race though, or he's going to run the full?
I don't think so.
I think he's going to run the full Xfinity season, but he'll be for certain races, I'm sure.
Isn't Colleague Racing doing like certain races. I think they have Kaz Grala in the 500, and then they're going to have Allmendinger do a couple.
Oh, I see. Okay, Justin Haley at Phoenix in Michigan, McMurray just for the Daytona 500, and Justin Haley had been considered a favorite for one of the Spire cars, but will run the full Xfinity season again with Kaulig Racing. He will likely run a handful of
Yeah,
races for Spire.
yeah.
Um,
Colleague is doing a couple in the 16. They didn't have it up there for some reason, but yeah, the 16 is going to be Colleague.
okay, all
Yeah,
right.
the more you know.
Then yeah, the 78 is the Live Fast Motorsports Ford, sponsored by Keen Parts and NASCAR Heat 5. There'll be Roush Yates engines, Frank Kerr crew chief, BJ McLeod will be in there. First three races will be NASCAR Heat 5.
Yeah, that's a cool team right there because the owners are BJ McLeod and Matt Tift.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So I think that's kind of cool. I wish they would have gotten a better driver than BJ McLeod.
Yeah.
Nothing against them, but
Well, I like how it says they partnered with Joe Falk to obtain the charter that was in use by Go Fast, and they named their team Live Fast. Like, I see what they did but yeah, Matt Tift is one that I don't know. There was some promise to him. He had an interesting story with he had cancer, I believe,
yeah,
and came back. He still has like seizures, I think, or
yeah,
something from motion and stuff, so he can't really race anymore. It sounds like, but um, hopefully maybe one day he'll be able to get back. That would be cool, but right now it'd be B.J. McLeod in the 78.
yeah, be kind of cool.
And then the
And then
Trackhouse. Yeah, look at all these new sponsors, man, that they're bringing in.
pump it up party.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, whoops.
What is that? And Travis Mack, dude, he was Travis Mack was a cool. I think it was a crew chief for Junior Motorsports, and then he came over. I guess he's going to the 99, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, of course, Daniel Suarez we talked about, but I think these sponsors are really good moves. They don't mention here about Pitbull, but
Yeah.
Justin Marks, yeah, he did form this Cup team, and he did bring in Pitbull, and I think
Yep.
there was a couple other big partners in it too. So hopefully that team does well. So that'd be a cool one. Another
Definitely.
Earnhardt Childress Racing engine there. So there's like a division in the Chevys every year. Like I don't know, it's always interesting to me because Ford, it's pretty much all Roush Yates, but
Yeah.
Roush doesn't do as well as Penske and Haas. Doesn't make sense. And then
Yeah.
Chevy's Earnhardt, basically Childress versus Hendrick.
That's
Toyota's pretty
actually
much all TRD.
yeah. I got something kind of interesting about the split between RCR and Hendrick. That actually this year that's supposed to be stopped. They're supposed to be coming together in a big, like, in a big type of building here in Concord area, and they're supposed to be building Chevy engines together to make it even better.
Yeah, see, I would think because they're bringing the new car in what next year,
Yeah,
so then would be the perfect time to just kind of start fresh. We're all going to work on this together so that Chevy is the best, across the board. Because that's what the
yeah,
goal is between these manufacturers. They want the Chevy, at least Chevrolet headquarters, wants Chevys in the top 10, all 10 of them, if they can get them. Toyota wants the same thing. Ford wants the same thing for their drivers. And I think if you have some unity, yeah, there's some people that don't like it that you can't have rivalries between the 3 and the 24 or whatever like we used to. But
yeah,
I don't know, for the greater good of your manufacturer, that's the way to do it. Unless you bring in more manufacturers like Dodge or they
yeah,
mentioned Honda and Nissan possibly coming in.
yeah. I think we're getting ready to go racing, or they're talking about it.
Well, sweet. We got some part-time guys we can kind of mention,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
uh, MBM Motorsports, Toyota or Ford, they'll take whatever you give them. They make their own engines though, so that's cool.
There you go.
Fincham and Smithley, they've been guys that have been around the back of the field, but
Yeah,
they've been in the field.
they're. Go ahead.
They've been in the field these past few years, and they'll be in the 13, which is new. That used to be that was a different team before with Ty Dillon.
Yeah, it was I can't think of what it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that team is
No, they're
still in it.
not.
So
So yeah,
yeah,
there's colleague. They're running a couple races this year.
yep.
So
Let's see. They're in for the 500. Is it Kaz Gralla that's trying to get in for the 500 or
yeah,
Allmendinger?
yeah,
Okay.
it's Grava.
Oh yeah, I see it. And he's expected to run additional races.
Yeah,
Um,
and they're thinking about moving to Cup next year with the new
good.
car. So that'd be
Yeah, I
freaking
think with the
awesome.
new car, teams are like, well, let's just wait till then, till we bring a guy up, or till we, really go in on it.
Yeah. See, people have been talking about this year that it's going to be the best year ever. I disagree. I think next year is going to be so competitive with all the new teams and the equipment.
Yeah, because
It's going to be
everybody's gonna be on the same playing field. I'm thinking. I mean,
yeah,
because like you talked about Earnhardt and Childress and Childress and Hendrick coming together, they're all gonna know what's going on at the same time as each other. So there's not gonna be that advantage, with Chevy. And then Ford, they're all gonna probably come together. They're already together, but and they're all gonna have
yeah,
something new. I mean, it's something. I mean, I don't know how monumentally different it's gonna be, but it's going to be different for each
yeah.
car. So
It's going to be level to start off with, but then eventually people will start to figure it out, and you'll start seeing who has it. You know?
yeah, the talent will still show through. I mean, from your
Yeah,
crew, from your driver, all that's still going to come through. It's going to take a couple weeks.
yeah. Yep. So what else we got?
Let's see. Cindric is in for the Daytona 500 if he got in the race, I believe, with the
Yeah, he's
duel.
going to drive a limited schedule.
And then next year he'll move to Wood Brothers.
Yeah, which I've seen people say he will win a race. I don't think he'll win one this year.
Yeah, and Cup. I guess it depends on what tracks. He's pretty good at road courses. He can make a run there. Um, but I don't know because they're not really putting as much into his car as they are the
Yeah,
others. So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know that they're gonna. I wouldn't bet on that, but I wouldn't be totally surprised. I guess.
yeah, right. Then David
Let's see.
Reagan,
For the 500,
he's just doing the 500, and Noah Gregson just doing the 500.
the Beard Oil Racing Chevy.
Yeah, man. Actually, the owner of that team just passed away.
Yeah, I saw that. I forgot who it was. He was related to Brendan Gaughan though, right?
I don't
Somehow.
think he was. I don't know. I'm not sure if he was related or.
Okay, maybe I just saw a picture with him because they were sponsor partners and stuff.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
Tommy.
he's just in for the Daytona 500 if he can get in tonight.
Yeah.
Tommy Baldwin, there's like no plans there, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing, yeah, we don't know
I
anything
don't
about
know. And then Gaunt Brothers, Ty Dillon did not make the
the 500.
500,
Yeah,
which I don't understand, but whatever.
yeah,
But they're going to run all speedway and road course races, and Ty Dillon is going to drive certain races for Joe Gibbs in the Xfinity. So,
yeah. It's weird, man. Ty Dillon. I don't know. I kind of always figured Childress would have brought him in with Austin Dillon.
right?
Um, and they kind of did this thing where he was like a partner driver, but there's one thing that made me not like Austin Dillon. I was a Jeff Burton fan, and it felt like he just gave everything to Austin Dillon and pushed Jeff Burton out. So
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna do the same thing with Harvick, which Harvick ended up leaving before. But he didn't do that with Ty Dillon. I don't really know why. I mean, because Ty Dillon's not a bad driver either. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
he probably could have made some runs with him, but I guess it is what it is. But he's gonna be with the '96 with a rival manufacturer with Toyota, and it looks like they'll kind of race whatever they can get sponsorship for with
Yeah.
this line right here. But Black Rifle Coffee and Bass Pro Shops, pretty good sponsors to have.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
just kind of have to see how it goes on that one. And then there's some unknown plans. One Money Racing Team, that'll be the team of Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Working on that, and but that's nothing final. I think they couldn't get a They couldn't get a charter or something this year, but maybe next year, something like that.
Yeah. And then you got Jermaine,
Yeah,
who left. That's the name of that team. So
they're no longer in. I think Trackhouse may have one of them got 2311 got Jermaine
yeah.
Grayson's charter,
So
and Levine's
Levine
gone.
shut down too.
Yeah,
So
and that's it.
that's it. So
All right,
next,
guys.
let's go ahead and make our picks, and then we'll get on to the Daytona Duel number 2. So,
Pick for the Daytona 500.
like I told you before this, I'm just gonna pick a team, and I think the team that gets it done is Hendrick.
I think that's a good choice. Looking at how the qualifying went, the
Yeah,
only problem could be if Chase Elliott doesn't finish so well in the duel, and is towards the back, and which so is Larson, so maybe they could work together to get to the front.
yeah,
But man, tonight Byron looked really good in qualifying, and Bowman beat him. Tonight Bowman was a little rough looking, but I think the Fords are always a favorite, but this weekend they haven't really looked like it.
yeah,
Um, and it's of course there's always a chance for a dark horse guy like I don't know, maybe Daniel Suarez is there at the end, maybe Bubba Wallace. The Toyotas could get up there if they work together. But yeah, I think Hendrick is a safe pick. I would they can work together, and they run fast anyway. So I don't know if I want to pick the same as you on the first pick, but I'm gonna go with Kyle Larson gets gets the win right off the bat. But yeah, Hendrick, good pick, good pick. All right,
I was reading up on what Greg Ives said about Bowman's car.
No, what do you
So
say?
they were just going through and testing stuff and making sure the car was going to be okay. And so I'm not sure if they got it or not, but we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah,
So you're agreeing with me on Hendrick?
yeah. I think we're gonna both pick Hendrick on this one. It
It
feels
wouldn't
weird,
surprise me if
man.
you know.
It feels weird expecting Hendrick to win. But Larson's on the team. I got to root for him a little bit. I like to see Stuart Haas get up there and do something. Blaney did really good in that clash. Well, no, that was the road course, but he did really good in the clash. So I'd like to see him do well
Yeah.
on Sunday as well. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just looking forward to racing, man. Daytona is a crapshoot. Complete
Yeah.
luck almost of who's going to win. So looking
Yeah,
forward
you
to
never
it.
know.
All right, guys, and that'll do it for us this week. We're gonna look at paint schemes and probably next week. We'll look at that each race. That's kind of what we're gonna be doing here on NASCAR. Coverage of other things will come in every now and then when we hear about it. And some big baseball trades happen, we'll kind of talk about that maybe next time. But
Yep.
thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time.
See you guys. Enjoy the races.